Welcome to another episode of Bent Not Broken. Heartbreak and trauma may feel like the end of your story, but here it's the beginning of a bold new chapter. I'm your host, Coach Deborah Griffiths, and this is the space where women rise, rebuild, and rediscover their purpose. Remember this truth: you are bent, not broken. Welcome back to Bent Not Broken. I'm Coach Deborah, and today's bonus coaching episode is inspired by my powerful conversation with Tiffiny Newton. If you haven't listened to that episode yet, pause this and go back. It's eye-opening, raw, and incredibly important. Today I want to talk about three things: trauma bonding, self-trust after abuse, and your line in the sand. Tiffiny described trauma bonding as addiction, and she's right. It's that craving for the version of them you met in the beginning, the love bombing, the future faking, the hope. Your brain gets hooked on the highs and the lows. The nervous system becomes conditioned to chaos. And here's what I want you to hear clearly. It's not weakness. It is neurobiology. And when someone alternates affection and punishment, your body becomes chemically attached to that cycle. If you're still feeling pulled towards someone who hurt you, that doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're detoxing. One of the hardest parts after emotional abuse is asking, how did I miss the signs? You start doubting your judgment, your intuition, your decisions. And Tiffiny said something powerful. Nothing she could have done would have changed the outcome. And that's true for so many of you listening. The goalpost keeps moving with narcissistic abuse. You can never be good enough because the control is the point. So how do you rebuild trust after yourself? You make small promises and you keep them. Drink the water, take the walk, send the email, go to therapy. Every small promise you keep rebuilds integrity with yourself. Self-trust isn't rebuilt in giant leaps. It's rebuilt in consistent, tiny commitments. This might be the most important part. Tiffiny said something I deeply agree with. You must define the one thing that means you are done. Not if it gets worse. Not if this happens again. One specific line. Because without a defined boundary, the cycle continues. Ask yourself, what is the behavior I will not tolerate again? Write it down. That clarity can save you months or even years. And I want you to journal on this. Where have I ignored my body's signals? What patterns have I excused? What promise can I make to myself this week? What is my line in the sand? If this episode stirred something in you, please know you are not alone. You're not crazy, you're not weak, and you're not broken. You are bent, and you are rebuilding. If you need support, resources are always linked in the show notes. And if you're ready to take your next bold step, you can book a clarity call with me. Until next time, trust your body, honor your intuition, and remember, words lie, patterns don't. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Bent, Not Broken. I hope that this episode reminded you that even through life's toughest moments, you are bent, not broken. If this message inspired you, please share, rate, review, and subscribe, as it helps us reach more women who are ready to rise and rebuild. And until next time, keep living bold and walking in your purpose.